Good evening, my people. What is up? What is up? It's your girl, Carlucci. You know you can talk to me about your coochie or whatever else you have on your mind. And you know, as always, the beautiful Essie is here in studio. What's up, Essie?
What's up? You got Essie, a.k.a. Tornado Head, because I'm going to keep your head what?
Spinning!
And this is where you can talk to the bold.
Stories unfold. From the young to the old. Nothing's off limits to be told. What's up, you guys?
All right. That's what's up.
How are you guys,
Welcome
gentlemen?
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I forgot to have my little fucking whistle. I was going to blow my whistle.
Where the whistle's at?
What's up?
Woo.
Celebrating over there?
Hell yeah, you know I'm always celebrating.
It's going down over here. All the Corona bottles is outside. Modelo's, Stella's, fireworks going off. Everybody's barbecuing. It's going down.
That's what's up. I had some barbecue today too.
What'd you say?
I had some barbecue today too. I had some bomb ass tri-tip with some chimichurris on a taco. It was bomb as fuck.
Hell yeah, everybody's craving tacos today. So happy Cinco de Mayo.
I had a Modelo with that bitch. It was bomb.
That's what's up. Everybody knows Carlucci loves her some tacos. All she really needs is some
tacos.
Feed her some tacos and she's good to go.
Right?
That's the way to her heart.
All day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys would like, you can always send me a taco bouquet. You can hit me up on Facebook. I'll give you the information. What's up? What's good?
Tacos. Hell yeah.
What's up, baller?
Goddamn.
We got some ballers in the house tonight. Our guest this evening, the Baller Boys.
What kind of meat do you like in your tacos?
Oh shit. I like steak. I like carne asada.
Ooh, he said, give me some
sizzling, medium well, or well done, or rare and premium.
Well, it depends. It depends on what it is, you know. Like today, we had some bomb ass tri-tip steak tacos. They were bomb, you know.
Like, I know dry tip. I'm gonna need some wet tip, if anything. Goddamn, the fuck. You ain't gonna have my mouth on dry.
She said wet tip. I can't even.
What the fuck kind of name is that?
Tri-tip. Try like three, bitch, like three. No, not dry. Try. TRI.
Oh, dry tip. See, you know I don't eat meat. I'm a dry tip. The fuck is that shit?
What meat trying? Or trying to beat out?
Dry tip. Can I
try
this tip? Is that what that is?
Or what exactly is the...
That's what he said.
That's the cut.
You want to try this tip? I said, hell nah.
It was bomb.
Not going down. At all. So that's what you had. Some tri-tip.
Girl,
Okay.
yes. It was amazing.
It's good to know.
Shouts out to the chef.
They put them in tacos too. I thought that shit only came in the bed, but okay. Got it. So what else been going down in sunny California? I mean, you know, I was out there not too long ago. I hit the beach and whatnot. It was pretty cool. Just ran down there, put my name in the sand, and ran back and shit. But I heard, you know, they was out there acting a fool. Motherfuckers had to close the beach back down. Just being dirty. Fucking the beaches up, leaving masks out there, being dirty as ever, not giving people 6 feet. Give me 6 feet. They wasn't doing that. Being dirty. What happened?
Well, let me tell you the dirty of it. They were being dirty. Everybody on that beach should be ashamed of themselves. Yes, the governor lifted the ban for just a couple of days, and in that time, everybody flooded the beach. There was like so many people. They overflew the trash cans. It was just a wreck. It's just like, people acted like they were teenagers and daddy was away, on vacation. So then he had to just shut them back down again. It's like, people, if you guys can't handle your privileges, they're going to take them away. All right. So I don't know. That's what, that's why it's a public beach. They wanted to keep it public, so that means it has to go by certain laws and regulations that we've put in place. And some of those rules and regulations mean that they can tell us when the beach is open and closed. So if you don't want them to close the beach, we should probably try and, follow the regulations that they just put in place to keep us safe. They just don't want everybody dying. So, since then there's been a little spike in the Rona. Not the corona, not the bomb coronas I was having earlier, but the Rona, the bad one.
Basically, don't be dirty, Do what they say. Keep clean. Stay 6 feet apart.
I get it. Who wants to wear a mask on the beach? But, come on. That's why it's probably, just give it a little bit, people. Just give it a little bit. But... there's also other beautiful things going on at the beach right now. There is a rare event called the bioluminescent plume, and it was recently here in San Diego, and if you were lucky enough you got to see it. I was one of those rule breakers that I was just talking about, and I snuck down to Torrey Pines Beach, and I got to check it out. So I'm going to actually post it on my page on Carlucci on Facebook for the Dirty Talk, and if you guys want to, you guys can go on there and check it out. It's basically algae that whenever it gets disturbed by the waves, it starts to glow. Like, it gets charged up in the sunlight. Like, like those stars that you had when you were a little kid, and you charge them up by putting them close to the light, and then you turn off all the lights and then they glow. It's basically like that.
Nice. Pretty cool. I think I saw a picture of it somewhere, so that's pretty cool.
Is it 3 color? Or is it
it's like a light green.
It's like a blue-green glow. It's like a neon blue. Like, it's so gorgeous. And like the video,
is it in the water or
it's the moss, algae.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's from the red tide.
So out here, we had a lot of people being dirty out here. Unfortunately, all we have to do out here is hike. And so people were going out being super dirty, leaving trash, fucking spray painting the rocks.
What?
Doing dumb shit. Yes. So
that's dirty. That's just dirty.
Yeah, so a lot of the hikers had to go out and, like, clean up after them and, like, try to clean the rocks off and get them looking back to their natural look as best as possible. But it's pretty fucked up. I think Mount Charleston tried to close down because so many people were, like, leaving feces up there and, urinating up there and leaving gloves and all kind of just bad trash up there. So I think even may have closed Mount Charleston, so it's pretty bad. Then they had a mad rush to Lake Mead that they started turning people away from Lake Mead. So it's been pretty crazy out here as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you get to see the meteor show?
People just, leave their mess everywhere they go. They leave all their dirty trash. It's like, just pick up after yourself. It's all the fuck you gotta do.
Stop leaving your guys' gloves around, bruh. Like, bruh. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
The glove
pandemic has made it worse.
The gloves are driving me crazy.
And Walmart carts and on the street. And
I know. There's like gloves everywhere now. You just throw them down.
It's ridiculous. Like, why would you even do that? Like, you couldn't just throw them in the trash can, or like when you get home, you put them in your pocket or whatever, and then throw it away when you get home. It's like ridiculous. Stop throwing your gloves down, people. You're pissing me off. If I see somebody throw some gloves down, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Just on warning, on God, just letting it be known.
Stop being jerky, So yeah. On the other hand, people are doing some different, unique things to make money out of this whole situation. Mm-hmm. So kudos to all those making a comeback off of COVID-19. There's so many little things that you can hustle off of right now, right?
Right. Give me the dish.
So, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Joe Giddis, I think his last name is. Like,
Judice. Joe Judice.
Last name. What is it?
Joe Judice.
Just, all right.
Judas. Like
Judice.
Jesus, Judas. Like Judas and
Jedi.
Judice.
Oh, he's a Jedi?
He's Italian.
Judice.
Anyways, just go.
Oh.
He's selling vibrators, bitch.
What?
Yes.
Market for it.
This is the time. Hello. I was thinking that shit too. I was like, he's a genius. And he's got a little limelight to him. Like, he's from Housewives of New Jersey. Yes. So I was like, that's perfect timing.
He's probably got the talent.
What'd you say, Boo?
I'm trying to listen. I don't know. I was just like, Joe Judice over here trying to give everybody that D.
I said, we got to check out this line he got. We got to see what's going on. I said, since I'm refraining from sex, I'm going to see how long I can go, y'all.
Is this a contest?
For like,
but I got a question. Is using a vibrator kind of refreshing?
Yes, because, you know, as long as you're not penetrating with the vibrator, good.
But I mean, if you get like the little dildo, I mean,
I don't know. It's not a rolling thing. You know, I'm not penetrating with it. I mean, that's like for virgin, right?
y'all got to really focus to get that in it. Y'all ain't penetrating. Like, is it like this, like a special tingle that just take over your body? Because men have to ejaculate. You literally have to hug and tug.
Yeah, we just gotta tickle the fancy a little bit. You know. It don't take all that, you know. Just tickle the fancy and you're good to go. I mean, for some women, I guess. I don't know. Every woman's different, but I'm simple, so yeah, no. It don't take all that shit. But
I guess it's right now, or, you know, I guess women quarantine, and I guess it is, you know.
a lot of women are having to do it anyway. Yeah. They're quarantined. Yeah, exactly. They can't go out and hit a bar and hope that they get lucky that night type shit.
Yeah, the body count, you know, for going out to, you know, I think a lot of risking your life doing it nowadays. You know, and then what that is playing the field is risking your life now.
Has this slow jaws, you know?
And wait, like, look, I do a little background check. I'm like, look, okay, you know, how your family members been the last couple of days?
Oh, no. What's that temperature type shit?
Right, you know, you come in with paperwork, right? Right.
You got to do 14 days of quarantine before I
I got to know you 72 hours without a cough. But you gotta come in smelling like Clorox.
God.
It's Trump environment almost a drink.
That's going.
No, you gotta smell like it. That's the new thing.
I'm gonna invent the fucking perfume, Clorox perfume. Boy, you're gonna be winning.
I wonder if anybody got any case of people actually drinking.
Oh yeah.
What our president.
Some people did. There was a case of a lady who did actually follow through with that and got sick, and people were just like, yeah, well, you're the dumbass to do it. Right. So
I mean, they believe that they president, right? You know,
and he should be at fault. You should be able to sue a motherfucker for saying that. But he's not a medical advisor, so, and they know that. So I mean, that's kind of your dumb fault for actually listening, because he's not a medical advisor either.
But as a president, he did look at his top. He looked at her. I saw a little video. He looked at her. He was like, yeah. And we're going to start pumping, bleaching people? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. She's just sitting there. Negative, sir. Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but...
I didn't see the video.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a press conference. And I think they told him because this week his numbers are going down, they have a new press secretary.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy shit.
It's getting dirty.
Well, a lot of people starting to feel it. They're starting to feel this pressure of being stuck in the walls and
dealing with themselves,
getting desperate and coming out acting a fool. I've heard a lot of people fighting in the street.
It's definitely
couple fighting.
It's
Well, I think
definitely not pretty. Like, there's definitely two sides of it, you know. I understand that people want to get back to work, that, you know, people, not everybody can just be okay right now. Like, people have bills to pay, they have mouths to feed. Even if they don't have to pay their rent right now, even if they're not going to get kicked out, they still have other bills that they have to take care of, like a food bill, like, you know, gas for their car and stuff like that. So it's just like unrealistic to think that people can just have zero income. But then on the flip side of it is, it's like, we can't all be so worried about trying to get money and like not providing for one another. Like, there are other ways to get food and like resources right now. Like, somebody needs to like point her in the direction of a food bank or send her to a church so that they can give her some food. Like, there's other resources out there, people. So like, if you don't know how to get food, or if you need food, or you need those essential services, like, definitely reach out, and there's a lot of support mechanisms in place to help you
everywhere. If you don't know where to get food, buy
well,
now,
specifically I'm talking about the there was a video going around of a girl inside of a truck. She was mad because the DMV. This is what I was going to talk about. I was going to ask you guys, have you guys seen this video? So there's a video of a girl, and she goes to the DMV, and the DMV is closed. But she's like pissed because the chicken place, the chicken shack or whatever the name of the place was behind her, was open. And she was like, tell me, how is it that the chicken sandwich shop is an essential business, but the fucking DMV isn't? And, you know, she went out, she got a job, but her ID had expired.
Because fucking food, bitch. God damn.
I mean, yes and no, though. It's fast food. It's not a grocery store.
Well, look at our country, though. I mean,
It's
we're talking about getting grocery stores open and our business open. We're not even talking about how we're getting our schools back open. I don't really hear anybody talking about how we're going to get our schools back open and make it safe for people to, you know, for kids to go back. And I bet to hear that kind of conversation was a gameplay conversation.
I was homeschooled, so, you know, figure it out. Chop, chop.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to my world. Like, I did that for years, so, you know, boss up. Boop.
You said take parents, take responsibility.
Boss up. Boop.
We say the training starts at home.
Hello. That's how I learned.
We're going to go back pre-Henry Ford era.
Type shit.
Well, that was another part of the argument. It's like, some people, even if they wanted to go back to work right now, they can't because their kids aren't in school and they don't make enough money to have a sitter come and watch their kids while they're at work. And another small business owner said that he was losing employees even after he was able to reopen. He was a restaurant, because why would his employees come back and work for him when they were making more on unemployment and they could stay at home with their kids? So there's a lot of things going on right now.
I was thinking that too, like, you know, I don't know if I want to work. Unemployment paying. Like, they are kind of fucking it up.
And like you said, the kids are at home, and I got to worry about child care.
I ain't got no kids. I ain't got to worry about no child care.
Like, I think
I'm about to take a vacation.
Right.
I mean, yes and no, though, because
we're not getting shit, are we?
No, we ain't getting nothing.
Compared to other countries, we're like getting bottom of the barrel, aren't we?
basically
Canada giving out money.
Man, Canada giving out health insurance, everything. We getting like barely anything.
I think the doctor come to your house in Canada.
Type shit. You know, Europe giving all kind of shit. China ain't giving shit but Corona.
Right. That's all they get. That is.
Oh God!
China ain't giving that in our mask.
They giving out masks?
Well, how was it? I think it was the Philippines that one particular city actually went and took a aircraft carrier to go get masks for the city.
Damn.
Yeah. Because they were concerned about the mask. And I'm thinking, like, you guys are going there where it's more concentrated where the disease is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, it's really interesting because, like, when we talk about this and the money that they're putting in, that all of these corporations have already got
Yeah.
They're saying like the small, business loan money is dried up for the middle class.
Yeah.
And just when you say that situation, even when I was listening to this the other day from the business side, from the middle class business owners, who now, because of their city saying you have to open up, I question whether that restaurant owner who now has to reduce his bar space, his restaurant space, to just delivery right now. And so with him being open, he's still scrambling to have to pay that lease on what he's renting from that commercial space.
But they're getting business loans and whatnot. Like everybody.
I mean, not everybody. Not everybody.
Not every. Like,
eventually, won't everybody get what they're due to get? Like, the business loans will get their business loans eventually, and maybe you didn't get it yet, but you'll get it eventually, won't you?
But we're talking about, like...
No, because once they're out of money, they're out of money. And so only so many people are getting the money. And what they're doing is kind of fucked up, is they're giving a lot of, like, the quote-unquote mid-sized businesses. And when they say mid-sized businesses, they mean, like, fucking Walmart. You feel me?
Right.
Walmart and Target and... whoever else, these, like, cute, like, that's not a mid-sized business to me. You know what I mean?
No, the mom and pops are, like you said, the local record stores.
Right.
That people can't go in and flip through records.
So they're letting them be open right now so that they can get money, because those are open right now.
Nobody's going and nobody's spending money because nobody has a job. It's like a trickle-down.
Right. Exactly. And so even with that person who's selling those records, people can't just come in and flip through records and buy records. So when you go in and buy, usually my experience with buying like old school records, I like to browse, I like to look through. So I'm just talking about that kind of mid-level mom and pop, not a franchise.
Yeah.
Not a shop that can offer free delivery services because you're a part of it.
Yeah. Definitely separating the two right now.
And see, right now, we were just talking about state. They're right now saying that we're not going to have enough meat because they fear that it's going to have the coronavirus. So now it has to go through a whole new FDA standard. So, our mid-level farmers from a manufacturing end are now going to be under these crippling COVID-19 regulations. And we're still talking about our middle class. Those are the people that get up 9 to 5, that are making no more than 6 figures, that either through putting their children in education is that a happy medium for them developing and creating wealth, or owning a business, or in the process of doing this. Right now, in terms of the way you look at the scope of how business owners are going, and now I have to go back, is just go back to that restaurant owner. Those tables, when you look at commercial leasing, generally a good commercial business owner will determine that space based on him being able to serve people food at their table. So who's employed? The server, the chef. So when you come in for that experience, whether it's in New Orleans, whether it's in Florida, at that mom and pop, that's not a Cracker Barrel or nothing of that nature, these people, depend on staff, chef, the waiter, people to clean and wipe off the table. So in that one process, that table has to be there, right, in that leased space to make all of that happen and provide that type of income for people. So we're talking about in some cities that is opening. So like you're saying, nobody has money.
Yeah.
And so right now, that person who is leasing that space is obligated to that lease.
Yeah.
And so even with reopening and trying to make money, they're serving their curbside. Nobody wants to go in and sit and have the Cinco de Mayo experience. Tacos.
It's not open right now. So, you just gotta deal. It is what it is right now. So, fucking take a break, take a vacation, get to know your family better.
There's definitely a lot of people hurting right now, but there's some people out there in the world trying to do something about it. You know who?
You don't got no bills right now. Maybe get a job and do something else for a little while. Like, I don't fucking know. Hustle. I don't.
But
fucking
I mean,
know.
but some people, some
don't
people
fucking
can't, right? Like some people are like just being affected by coronavirus like in a crazy way, and like, you know, Uncle Sam right now ain't really doing too much about it. A lot of people haven't gotten their stimulus.
Man, you motherfuckers is too comfortable. Get your fucking ass up and get a motherfucking job doing something fucking else. I don't give a fuck. I know there's fucking jobs out there. Move your fucking asses. If you're in a fucking household and there's 2 fucking people in that goddamn house, get a fucking job somewhere else. Somebody needs to fucking travel and get a job fucking elsewhere. Don't tell me there's no fucking jobs, because I know for a fact there's jobs elsewhere. Yeah. I know for a fact.
Well,
so
Essie,
fucking move. Make a move.
Essie might not be...
You're used to your fucking comfortable ass life, sitting in your fucking houses doing the same fucking routine ass shit every fucking day, and now that your fucking routine's fucked up, you don't know what to fucking do.
Right.
Fucking move. That's what you gotta do.
Well, I'm
tired of hearing shit.
That's what Essie says. But
she tells us too, because like what they doing here in Vegas, you know, the strip clubs, they got like drive-by stripping where you can like right now they this drive-by.
They got that in Oregon.
We're gonna put this in the parking lot where you can drive by. We're gonna have these barricades up.
Man, you just got reinvent shit. My homegirl's making sanitizer right now, selling that shit online. So don't tell me you can't figure something out. Your fucking family, like, people are figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta buck back on the system, and we gotta work together as our own union, as our own barter system, and start fucking figuring it out. Period.
USA.
well, Essie says to figure it out, but
motherfuckers.
I mean, I feel you, Essie, but you're a little harsh. You're a little harsh. Not everybody can just figure it out. Some people out here are struggling, and even if Essie doesn't feel you, Cardi B feels you. Cardi B is out there trying to make some waves for people affected by the coronavirus. She's actually doing big things.
Anybody can do it. Listen to me. If a motherfucker can get a TikTok video and get 1 million views and make money off that shit, motherfucker, anybody can do it.
Wow.
You heard?
Everybody got an audience.
That's right. This is your time to motherfucking shine. Just be fucking creative and be you and do you. That's it.
Profit from your pain.
Well, Cardi and Fashion Nova have given away $500,000, and she wants to give out some more. And I have a little clip. I don't know if it's gonna load. Of her talking about it or whatever, where she says how much money that she gave away. She says that... Huh?
Cardi B?
Yeah, Cardi B. Okay, it says it's loading. Here you go.
What's up? So me and Fashion Nova already hit the $500,000 mark on the giveaway. That's right. 500 people got $1,000, and now we halfway through it. But I kind of want to do something cool. Give me some suggestions of what I can do or something. I don't know, something new and fun. Like maybe in 3 days from now, I get on live. Maybe I give 100 people at one time instead of every hour $1,000. Maybe I should do it just for New Yorkers. Maybe I should do it for, I don't know, so some people, they have fan pages, Cardi fan pages, and going through it. If you ain't going through it, don't holler at me. Or people in the Caribbean, which, by the way, some of the winners have been from Puerto Rico. And I don't know. Give me ideas down here.
All right, so that was Cardi or whatever. She was on her page. Like she said, she gave away $500,000 already. It says that she's going to keep on giving away money, and that she's going to do it again. And she's going to do it on May 20th. To give away $1,000 every hour through May 20th. So we'll see what happens. She's gonna give away $1 million. If you need help, hit up Cardi. Don't hit up Carlucci. Don't hit up Carly. Hit up Cardi. Okay. All right.
That's what.
Say hit up Carly. Hit up Carlucci's cousin, Carly.
No, don't hit him up. Don't hit her up. Just go ahead and hit up Cardi. Her and Fashion Nova got the loot, so hit them up. If you are messed up right now because of coronavirus, they'll take care of you.
That bitch always comes
That's what,
around.
I love Cardi.
Yeah.
Love Cardi.
Shout out to Cardi B, always keeping it real. Why can't these other celebs get on her level? They ain't really come from the bottom. That's why. See, that's the real come from the bottom, made it to the top type of chick. Them other fake ass motherfuckers, boy.
Right.
Boy, she's showing you how it really be. She really understand that fucking struggle. Man, that's a real ass chick, boy.
Yeah.
I bet half the motherfuckers that did her dirty are like slapping themselves in the face right now.
Right?
Because, man, if she dropped that bag on her man on his birthday, I was like, damn, that's everything. She just was like, woo, nigga, do what you want. I ain't even about to buy you shit. Nigga, do what you want. Ooh, shit. Do what you want. Oh.
I mean,
Huh?
I mean, hey, if you got it, it ain't tricking, right?
At all. At all. I was not mad at her. I just was like laughing at all the dudes that, you know, like didn't give her the time of day before because, you know, they just looked at her as this, you know, stripper that wasn't shit in their eyes to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They didn't even understand. They didn't see the growth. They didn't see what could come of it. You know? Fucked up.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
All the time.
Right.
All the time. So, lately I've been seeing some bullshit online where these bitches is on one knee asking a man to marry them, and it just got me thinking, I have to ask the baller boys how they feel about this shit. Like, if a chick was to get down on one knee and ask them to marry them, like, how would you feel about that shit?
I'll let you go first, man. That's a little unattractive to me.
Unattractive?
Yeah.
Could y'all from the South, kind of? You're like more like Southern guys?
Yeah.
Old fashioned.
No, it just depends. You know, I got strength in my woman, and that is, you know, you don't come on your knees in front of a man. You know, on no occasion, unless you get, you know, y'all.
But you say you ain't never had a woman on the knees in front of you?
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but just like out of the stride of her love getting on her knees, nah, I don't think.
And begging or asking for something type
you know,
shit.
Nah, yeah.
So,
Don't,
you
but
never had
don't-
a- so what you say is you with one woman is y'all need
I think don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You into that? With me, that ain't my cup of tea. Like, yeah,
Don't be begging for nothing.
Yeah, I think it's a man that shows strength when you can show weak. I wouldn't even say weakness. I think when you can, as a man, you're supposed to show strength. But to get down on one knee is basically submitting yourself to that woman to be a part of your life. And I think in that moment, it's a big thing. For a woman to do it, it just shows, for me as a real man, a weakness in that man. If I saw a video of that, for the rest of the I don't care if they get married, they be in love.
Mm-hmm.
But as a man, I would see weakness in that man.
Mm.
And that's just me personally.
Mm. You know, that's what I get from when I see the picture. I instantly feel the man is very weak. I get a weakness in him. Like, that's a weak man.
Yeah.
So
I just wouldn't like it because the whole idea of marriage to me is that, like, a man and a woman coming together, and it's like, I mean, whether you want to think of it that way or not, it's like you're accepting the proposal because it's like a man has chose you to be his wife. Like, I feel like if you try and ask a man, it's like you're basically like trying to like force the subject. Like, if he wanted you to be his wife, he would ask you. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like forced. And like, I don't want it if it's forced. Like, if you wanted to get married, you should ask me, and that's it. End of story. Period.
Yeah, and I think it's just the nature of a woman and how that felt. You know what I'm saying? A man is, in terms of how he feels and his pro-reproductive, is one that he's a giver. So, and then, a woman, her reproductive is a receiver. So, like I said again, in terms of how we engage in marriage and how, you know, even talking with that and you're dealing with the different roles and what the man is supposed to play and the woman is supposed to play. I think what it does is just, for me as a man, it just kind of weakens that, you know, that's kind of accepted because you're watering down the role, I think, as a man and the symbolism of it. Now would you be opposed, Dre, to the woman buying both of the rings?
I mean, nah.
And then you should get it to universe.
On this beautiful occasion, you want to live a certain way. So if you know, rather have these $1 million rhinestone compared to this $10 ring out on slave $72.
Negative. Not happening. Sorry. Nope. That's completely hypocritical. How are you gonna say no? A man should pay for the ring. I mean, I think if a girl wants to pay for the man's wedding band, okay, that's whatever. But she shouldn't be paying for half of her own ring.
She wanted to look her way. If you wanted to say, look, so I love you dealing with all this scripture, man. You know what I mean?
No, because it's supposed to be 3 months of a man's salary. Nope, that's what I mean. It's a commitment.
Salary, and then what is that man's salary? Is it 2 months?
Hey, it doesn't matter. Whatever that man's salary is, it's not a competition, right? If your man's a baller and 3 months of his fucking salary gets you fucking 4 carats, then good on you. If your man's a fucking construction worker and 3 months of his salary gets you, you know, something fair to middling, then hey, that's the man that you chose. And if you love that motherfucker, you should love your ring too. That's it.
If we gotta go to Walmart and pick it out,
it ain't gonna be Walmart. You know, pawn shops don't buy nothing fake.
Well, then you probably shouldn't get married anytime soon if you're trying to take a girl to Walmart. I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody going. Look, it's a gold and silver in Vegas. Right
out of control.
Hey, I know this cat down the street who cops some jewelry, but
all the way
you
to
just point out the picture.
with this shit. Goddamn. Listen, we ain't talking about the goddamn ring. It was about if the fuck she was going to ask you to marry her. Good Lord.
I got some diamonds in my necklace.
They went off.
So we mentioned that shit looks weak. So, so the fact that you like strength in a woman, is there ever a point where it's too much strength in a woman that it's unattractive?
Let me repeat that. Yes.
What is too much? Let these ladies know what too much strength is, because see, there's a lot of independent women, and yes, we do have a lot of strength. So we need to know what is too much strength, because we may be coming off too strong for you guys.
Essie, you want me to tell you what too much strength is? You want me to tell you what too much strength is? Too much strength is when you make your own money and you don't need them. That's what they don't like.
Is this true, fellas?
Okay, no, do that. No, not necessarily.
You can't vibrate your wife. You can't vibrate your life to the, you know. So I mean, you need a man. A man complements everything that I think a woman is in terms of her being feminine.
I don't think so whatsoever. I don't need you to be a woman. I'm completely 100% woman without you. You don't have anything to do with my womanness.
Like I mentioned earlier, it's not a competition between the person. You're trying to meet someone that's either mutual or genuine to your needs.
Correct.
And wants, right?
That's correct.
So if you meet a person and they making more than you, either if that person can't either help you make exactly or more than what they're making, y'all not on the same page, because that person got intentions to where he want to bring you to their life, or you know, they space in their life. So like, you know, having a mutual relationship consists of y'all being on the same page. And like, if this guy if you're a lawyer and you're, you know, doing hair, and he can tell you, look, I can show you how to generate your business 4 times over, you know, you would take that advice. Y'all would be making the same amount, so it's not a competition anymore. Y'all growing from each other.
Ooh. And then people think, like, because a woman thinks because she makes more money, that, you know, that's where I think the conflict comes in.
Either way, it could be either the man or the woman. You know what I mean? Like, knowledge is power, whether we know it or not. You know what I mean? Like,
it should never be a competition.
It's not,
no matter who's making money. That's not a competition.
Because you won.
The competition is to build to the top. You have competition with the world.
Correct.
And you should be trying to build to the top. So I don't even understand where the competition between two mates come from.
There shouldn't.
At the end of the day, it is a togetherness anyway. You're building together. So I'm not sure where that comes from.
I solely believe that, in relationships, the two are one, and then me, I personally believe whoever got the best idea. So it's no power struggle. I solely believe in, when they talk about, I heard somebody gave this analogy that, when you're looking at a spouse, you should be more confident in yourself to see that your weaknesses are her strengths. And her weaknesses are your strengths. And I think that complements it.
That's what the balance is.
And it's like, to me, this guy, he compared it to the right and the left-hand side of the brain. You don't call the brain the right and the left-hand side. You call it the brain. But each of it works differently in their function. But they have to work together. So it's whoever's got the bright idea in that split second.
That's correct.
But don't you think that's like idealistic? Like, I feel like in real life situations, I feel like a lot of times if a woman is more successful in the relationship, they'll try to start off as, let's like build this or whatever. But then I think like men need to feel like they're the man and like that they're bringing something to the table. And so ultimately...
No. Because the man has to bring something to the table because we living in a man's world.
Yes.
We live in a man's world.
They have to bring something to the table.
You have to, because this is a man's world.
So you couldn't be a kept man? Could you be a kept man?
Who? Could you be a what?
Could you be kept?
Man, like I said, it's whoever's got the best
No,
idea.
could you be kept? Could you like...
When I say kept man,
We can't hear you. Hold on. What are you saying?
Me?
What are you saying?
I'm saying, like, could you be kept? Like, could you just be the guy that's around the house and, like, takes care of everything and, like, doesn't have a job? Like, you're the housewife.
Basically the housewife.
No.
And be the worker.
If I got
be
on our lifestyle. Exactly, because if that house that we're living in, right, and I own a business, and the house that I'm living in, that's my tax write-off, and I have an office in the front, I can work from home. That'll be great. And my
No. You guys are skipping what I'm saying. You guys are trying to go around what I'm saying. You guys are still trying to work in this scenario.
She's talking about basically taking care of the house errands. Making sure that all the house duties are taken care of while the wife is working and taking care of make sure all bills are paid.
I could do that.
Like it's a different. It's too many variables to that because like you got to make sure. It's like y'all switching incomes for. You know what I mean? Like you working off my income, you working off my income. So let's just say, I got to get the kids to school and run and pay a bill and get groceries. I can do that, but I'm not gonna do it in your timely fashion. The same way you may do it because I'm not. We build a routine in our job. Everything is not the same. Y'all do the same thing over and over. You know what I mean? Like, in precision what you need. We just gonna grab and go and throw it like a football. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what we look for. We guys. We, get them to school, get them off, bye, see you later, get the groceries, boom, knock it out. And that house clean, and that's that.
But I think it's how it's broken down, too, though, because you have to understand women have the baby. So there's a maternal role and a bond that, if that is your goal to have children, because that's what you talk about when you talk about marriage. You talk about marriage, you want to buy a house, you want to have kids. So in that planning, because women are nurturers, and it is important, I think that for me, honestly, for the first 4 years, that child needs to have a bond as close to that mom as possible. But if she has to work, and we agree that somebody other than the daycare has to be with that child, and I have to sacrifice, because I may make a lower income, but to raise that child, like he's saying, there's so many different variables that you can have towards that. But I think with a couple, just like I said, it's a brain. It's a left and the right hand side of a brain. A healthy brain will have a healthy body, and it will run fast. It'll be healthy. It'll eat right. I think it's the same thing with relationships. When you come into a relationship, you come into an understanding. This is our goal. This is our purpose. This is what we're looking at doing, and you're moving towards that. Monetary shouldn't have nothing to do with that. So in terms of being kept, you keeping
It's possible.
You hold down the
possible.
fort.
It's a lot of variables to it. We can argue all day, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna say yes because I'm a homebody, and I love cleanliness. Hygiene is the closest thing we have to being God on this earth. So, the answer to your question is yes.
Cleanliness next to God.
They took that all the way to the left field. Your ass. Whatever. So, what would y'all say to the women who say there are no good men out there?
You ain't no good woman.
Oh,
Energy attracts what you are. So, right.
that is correct.
It's billions of men out there who are looking to love. Well,
There
I'm not
are.
going to say she's wrong because there's a lot of bad people and effed up people. I'm my bad. Fucked up people. My bad. And, the people we meet,
There are
they,
fucked up people out there.
they attract certain energies that rub off on you. You know what I mean? You have to be the person with the best intentions and high spirits, and then you can be the person with the worst intentions and evening spirits. So it's a lot of variables to that also. So yeah.
All right. Question I have too is it okay for a wife to say sorry when she's not at fault? Was one of the questions sent in to us.
As long as she says sorry, not sorry. If she says sorry, not at fault.
Yeah, some men just want to hear sorry. They
Like
don't.
if you bump my shoulder by accident, you say sorry.
They have no conviction.
Give me an example before we speak on this because, this is not.
It could be something she did, and they're accusing of her of doing something that. Well, okay, let's rephrase it. They're accusing her of doing something that she may not had an intention of doing, and then they're saying, well, you did it with the intent of, and it's like, that's not even why I was doing it. But let me go ahead and say sorry, because they feel that I had the intent of doing it this way, and it's not the case, but let me say sorry anyway.
Well, just for your mental, everybody likes to hear that word. Just let you know, you feel some type of way. So I would say yes, just because I know physically I would want to hear that, but it depends on how you say it. Don't be all aggressive. Don't say it with an attitude. Be nice. Just be nice about it. It depends on how you talk to a person. If I just tell you, oh, I'm sorry, you're not gonna feel like I mean that, but you're like, look, I genuinely did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. You gonna feel like, okay, in a way he didn't mean to, but either way I'm not gonna go with it. So,
I think I'm in mind. I would expect them, if you're not sorry, then just explain to me why you're not sorry. If you're not sorry, you're just not sorry. I would rather you tell me that you're not sorry. Like I said, sorry, not sorry.
right, sorry, not sorry.
I really, if your feelings, that's how you're feeling. And I think with relationships, you gotta communicate. To communicate to understand, not communicate to shut it down or be intimidated by the conversation. Because I think only that you can grow is through communication with understanding.
Hello.
And that's the difference. So if you're not sorry, then explain to me why you're sorry so we can get an understanding. So even if we agree to not agree, or to disagree,
because I'm going to say if I'm wrong, because I know me personally, I know my ego kind of big, and when I'm wrong...
Your ego is kind of big. Oh, my God. He admitted his ego's big.
I got a big ego.
Hey, when you making that kind of money, you gotta have a big ego.
It's very rare that people admit they have an ego. So the fact that he admitted he has an ego is just like, wow. I've never really heard somebody admit to.
You know itself.
That's when
Man, high five to you. What'd you say?
When you're comfortable in your own skin, you express yourself differently. So, yeah.
High five to you. That's amazing. That's like growth, dude. To know that you have an ego is like super gross.
Know thyself.
Know thyself is real, dude. So, dang, I had a question right behind that. Oh, man. Had to do everything with what we were talking about. Oh, my God. Did you have any questions, too, Carly, while I think of my important question?
Well, I mean, right now there's a lot of people who are single, and you guys say that there's no such thing as no good, that all men are not no good. But maybe some women's pickers are just off. What are some things that you guys think are qualities in guys that maybe women overlook that we should be looking out to see the good guys?
Could you say that one more time?
What are some qualities that maybe women are like overlooking that to see like the good guys out there? Like, you know, you said that, you know, women say, if a woman says there's no such thing as a good man, then that means she's, you know, not a good woman. But maybe that's not true.
Okay.
Maybe her picker is just broken. Like maybe she's just picking the wrong kind of guys. So what are some qualities that you think that women overlook in men that are good guys?
Okay, and I'm gonna say this with a capital P, personality. You understand? And the reason why I say that, because when you know a person and you know their personality and their intentions, you know what I mean? It's beyond what they wearing on their skin. It's beyond what, you know, they can spend on you at a time. It's beyond, like, you know, what a person can present to you. Because like, a person with good intentions and a good spirit is more attractive than, you know, what you can glue to your head, you know what I mean, or to your nails, or to, you know what I mean, what a guy can get a line with. Like, I don't see the worst of people with the best of people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's because they good people, their personality, they mean well. Mm-hmm. So if you, let's just say you bump into a person and they may not be your type, and then you all of a sudden have a conversation with them, and you get to know the person, you're like, oh, you know, we got the same qualities, and like, so we, even though I may not see you attractive, you know, physically with my eyes, I like your spirit, and we make and grow, you know what I mean, into people. I don't, you know what I mean, big guys with pretty girls, and then the big guy all of a sudden get big with muscular, you know what I mean, like happy weight, whatever it's called. You know what I mean? Like, it's real trendy.
Well, I think you know, perception is reality. You know, that's what I like to say. And then a lot of times, with a lot of girls, I think what they overlook is the fact that a lot of what you know, women think that, like, guys aren't concerned about a little bit of stomach or a little bit of pudge. A lot of things that, you know, you guys no, but what I'm saying, though, if you got a guy who's more concerned about, like, your body and you constantly being in the gym, you constantly, you know, looking at a certain way, then he has an image of his mind that I think that's wrong. Mm-hmm. And then, like what he was saying, you know, you got to connect from a heart and a spiritual, that it's not about monetary. It's not about me having to always have to go to the gym to look like the Barbie. And I think the misperception is that women got to go extra for men. And a lot of times what happens is after about 6 months or 3 months, they don't really have the opportunity of seeing really who you are. So I'm just saying, just be yourself.
And you know what's a big turn on? If you can make if you can make the guy laugh, that's the most biggest turn on to me. Like, I met this one chick, and I was just bringing it up through experience, and I didn't think I was gonna like her, but she said something about Trump looking like a meme on Facebook, and when I looked at it, it made me laugh, and it made me look at her different, because not only was she funny, she pointed out something I didn't even, you know what I mean, paid any attention to. So it was like, you gotta give people a chance. You really gotta get to know a person before you just be like.
So they can make you what?
Laugh.
Laugh.
Yeah.
You said it so country. I was like, what?
Yeah, like, you laugh.
Okay, that's what's up. All right. So as ball players, I want to know, what was some of the dirtiest cities you guys ever visited?
Memphis.
Memphis.
East Memphis.
Yeah, it's different kind of dirty, though. I mean, like, we talking about, like, slum dirty. I never been to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn was slum dirty?
I mean, it's just different kind of, like, dirty that you're talking about. 'Cause every city, major city, whether you go into, they have a hood, you know, and then it's just levels of, you got country hood that's, you know.
Everything look greasy in Memphis. I'm gonna just everything look out. The boilers are greasy. All the roads are messed up. Everything.
That's so funny. I knew a guy from Memphis and he looked greasy. Oh God, that's hilarious. And so, what are some of the dirtiest things you guys have had to deal with being ball players?
Yeah, I mean,
dirty locker rooms.
Dirty locker rooms, going to different cities.
Laundry day.
Dirty group.
Laundry day. Laundry day. was in the laundromat. You know.
That's crazy. Men's laundry rooms or something?
Yeah, I mean, well, when you're dealing with athletic foot and jock straps,
I get that.
and you know, different. Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's like all these guys at one time, you know, and it muscles stink when you have to drive in a small van with it. So it's just.
Ooh, I will now.
You know, it's laundry day for me.
Back in case of your own laundry, yeah, but I can say that laundry day. You're going to city to city, you know.
They looking and reminiscing. They're like,
Don't take me back.
they're like looking down, like, oh Lord. They're trying to like not go there. It's
You
hilarious.
guys are reminiscing about back in the day. Well,
Yeah, both their heads like dropped, and they like got all like sad looking, like those days.
womp womp womp. Well, don't be sad about back in the day.
Stranger. Okay, my bad.
Just change the energy.
All right, one last question for you guys for the night, and that is, what is one of the most biggest turn off when you meet a woman, when you're dating her? Actually, I should say when you're dating her. You're already dating her, you're getting in, you like her, you're like, this might work. And then, boom, shakalaka.
So the big wow factor with that is snoring.
Snoring?
Carlucci would be out.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not here to snore every night. Not every night, but here and there.
Rest is essential, you know what I mean? And I sleep quiet. I
Why
don't
don't
move.
you get her to snore pillow?
Yeah, like, when you don't know that and it just hits you like a ton of bricks, it's like, you know, I'm thinking about not calling you.
Oh, damn, girl.
That's the biggest turn off.
Okay, so now you know, girl, do not spend the night. Do not spend the night, okay?
And then if you do spend the night, right, it's just different awkward smells from a woman. Like a woman needs to smell pleasant at all times.
Oh,
So
no.
it's coming up summertime, ladies.
Oh,
and
no.
so, you know, that after smell,
Oh, shit.
before and after, that is like the biggest.
Oh, no.
And I mean, ladies.
What do you mean before and after? Before and after sex?
No, when you walk past.
Oh, what?
Talking about the air wind, your
Right.
walk air.
Right.
No.
And so, you know, and then after
Summer's coming. They're gonna know.
Yeah. So them look, ladies, the little sun
Yeah,
drips.
snoring, that's big.
And so, and in the feet, you know.
The feet. Oh, well, the pedicure place is closed. I don't know what the ladies gonna do about your feet.
Listen,
It's about to be real ugly come summertime this summer. It's about to be real dirty.
Well, if you got a good man, let's just make sure, you know, your feet, your hands, you know what I'm saying? And just be, I think for any woman, whatever size that you are, whatever that you look like, I think cleanliness and just presenting yourself in that manner, I think that's, you know, if a guy's going to come over to your house, make sure your bathroom is clean, you know.
Make sure the bathroom is clean.
You know, because he's going to go to that bathroom. And most guys, I understand y'all may have like a ton of towels and soaps and everything, but just make sure that the bathroom is clean.
yeah, hygiene
That's
is
it. That's all.
Yeah.
So the bathroom is
And
shining.
then after sex, you don't want to be, you know, y'all make sure like when we engage it,
Make sure you got a towel ready.
make sure you got a towel ready.
Prep.
Because you know what happens.
I can't
And
even.
make sure it tastes. make
So
sure it
in
tastes good, and
summary-
make sure it smell good.
Man,
It tastes right and it smell right.
it tastes your own better.
Make sure it ain't just gay. It's what you say, gay.
So in summary, ladies, wash your asses.
So, scratch your sniff.
Wash your asses and drop it in some rose hip oil. I mean, I don't know.
Hygiene and snoring are the two biggest things.
Hygiene and snoring. Okay, well, there you have it from the Baller Boy.
Baller boys, thank you guys for being here.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Woo, Cinco de Mayo. Woo. Thank you guys so much for being on the show tonight. Thank you guys.
No, thank you.
Look,
¿Qué pasa, amigo?
Any final thoughts, Sue?
Just be safe out there. Hopefully the corona will be over soon. Enjoy your coronas tonight. I hope they're ice cold. And, you know, I guess how we always end this. Safe sex and you know the rest.
Safe sex and paychecks.
Paychecks. Thank you guys for joining us.